the nation, let peace reign. On the news this morning, NLC alleges disruption plot as more groups pull out of tomorrow's protest. Police investigate weekend fatal attack in Degema, River State. Baby found dead on campus in River State. And on the foreign scene, Burkina Faso Catholic Church attack claims lives. Burkina Faso Catholic Church attack claims lives. I'm Ifechuku Moilo with the news. The presidency has again warned the Nigeria Labour Congress not to embark on its two-day nationwide protest against the rising cost of living in the country. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanoga, and the police handed down the warning as 65 civil society groups under the aegis of the Coalition of Civil Society Organizations Forum on Sunday pulled out of the planned demonstration, warning against its possible hijack, arguing that it could worsen the country's situation. The NLC president Joe Ajero is, however, insisting that the protest would be held on Tuesday and Wednesday as planned. In an interview with correspondent Tunyo Kachimwosu, he spoke of the TUC pulling out of the protest.
We didn't have a joint plan with TUC, so why are you raising the question with us? And TUC part of NLC. The statement you read for the action, did you see TUC there? It goes on strike. No, the House will go on strike. You see, when they go on strike, they say because organized labor did not come together. Every opposition can take the action now. Come on, can we list that matter now so that we don't be labor? There's nothing that is not public knowledge now. The GSS have written telling us to share it. That's the only thing I know.
The NLC president claimed that the Coalition of Civil Society Organization Forum was one of the emergency groups put together, funded, promoted, and remote controlled by the government to cause violence against NLC members. He alleged a plot to attack the protest, warning that there would be a total shutdown if attacks or violence are unleashed on peaceful protesters. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Idris Mohammed, however, says the federal government has no intention to disrupt the protest. Moving on, the Rivers State Police Command says it has deployed personnel to the Degema Market Junction in Degema local government area after one person was killed and several others injured in the area. Correspondent Mekotoka reports that the incident happened after members of the private security outfit Amama soldiers allegedly attacked some locals who had gone to carry their dead from a mortuary for burial rites. Speaking on this, the police public relations officer, Grace Rinkoko, said the commissioner of police has also ordered an investigation into the matter.
The command is aware of the incidents that occurred in Degema community where some youths were carrying a corpse in a casket for a burial, had a clash with Amama soldiers along the Degema market junction. The CP has already deployed adequate security to that community to ensure there is no breakdown of law and order, and investigation is ongoing to that effect. Anyone found wanting will face the full wrath of the law. In our own investigation revealed that one person is fatally wounded. The one that had injury on the leg finally gave up the ghost.
In the meantime, the Defense for Human Rights and Democracy has condemned the incident and called for proper investigation into the matter. Chairman of the group, Clifford Solomon, said if the action is not properly investigated, it could lead to a crisis in the state.
Attack on the Degema people, an invitation to crisis and anarchy. We therefore call on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Governor of Rivers State, Inspector General of Police,
Our core council of traditional rulers and chiefs says it will continue to partner with security agencies to rid the Wako Kingdom of crimes and criminality. The council says it received the news of the death of the prime suspect in the killing of DPO Bako Ambashin, David Obara aka Tubaba, with great excitement as they were worst hit by his atrocities. In a statement, the chairman Iwako Council of Traditional Rulers and Chiefs, James Moses, thanked security agencies, particularly the Inspector General of Police Kayode Wetoku and the Commissioner of Police River State, for hunting down the notorious killer After months of relentless search, it lauded Governor Fubara for aiding the police to restore sanity in Akko Kingdom and Ebeya land at large. It said the activities of Tubaba crippled the economic life of the Akko people, created distrust among them, and exposed their reputable traditional rulers to ridicule. The statement said they now sleep with two eyes closed. It said the people would continue to unite against criminals to complement the government's effort to protect lives and property. Elsewhere, stakeholders from Oba Ebeman, the local government area of River State, have passed a vote of confidence in Governor Fubara and congratulated him on his recent victory at the Supreme Court. There are over 170 stakeholders in a communique signed by leaders from 6 zones at the end of their meeting with the Deputy Governor Ngozi Odu said they have overwhelmingly declared their support for his administration. The communique was read by Gift Nwokocha.
We are here to pass a vote of confidence to you and His Excellency Fubara, the Governor of River State. On behalf of Onega people, I want to say that you are the best deputy governor and His Excellency Fubara, the Governor of River State, is the best governor. And you know the Bible says that once God gives you a gift, He adds no sorrow. You will continue to move from glory to glory. God, in His evening mercy, will give you all that you need to succeed in Jesus' name.
Now, they also support the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu replicated by Governor Fubara. Our correspondent reports that the communique was signed by representatives of the zone. Now, they are JC Omebu, Prince Will Ejekwe, Jason Osai, Wilson Ake, Oris Onyeri, Ibe Eresia Eke, Lucky Oburu, Hyacinth Aji, Ambrose Obo, Harry Odeli, Ijoma Samuel, Emma Kegunani. Others are Innocent Masi, Prince Ohia, Sunny Ajie, Bennett Odu, Prince Isaac Umejuru, Rie Madwabuchuku, Arthur Uza, among others. Similarly, the president of Rumokoro Youth Council, Kelvin Wanwan, has reaffirmed the support of Rumokoro Youth and Ward 7 for the Fubara administration. Mr. Wanwan said this during the Rumokoro Ward 7 Simplified Movement landscape Governor Fubara's Supreme Court in Iwolo.
The leader of the world, I am standing on this ground to tell you people that sin is in charge of the state and your 7 is strongly behind him. Let them know that nobody from Rumokoro, I stand to be corrected, since 1999 has been appointed in any position, name it, House of Assembly, House of Rep, Commissioner, FA, not even the local government chairman, and we have people who can buy in to any position. Please, sir, remember us, not just one man who is always in charge of whatever that comes to Ward 7. It has come to an end.
He expressed gratitude to the chairman of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, NYCN, Chijoke Humo, for attending the event despite the prevailing threat.
We are happy that we are here and this occasion is happening live because we cannot have 2 governors in the state. We have only one governor and that person is not that person then. I was told that this occasion would, especially at the national chairman's secretary, will not help us and he must come. As he is here, as the youth leader of the world, let them know that those people that are thinking who is in charge of this, they are not the ones. At least this is a test run.
Meanwhile, the leader of Simplified Movement in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State, Chijoke Humo, has urged Rivers people to continue to stand against underdevelopment, impunity, and injustice in the governance of Rivers State. Speaking at the Rumokoro Ward 7 Simplified Movement Thanksgiving for Governor Siminalayi's Supreme Court victory, Mr. Humo emphasized the need for answers regarding the impeachment attempt of Governor being taken.
No one man can take the will of God. All of us vote for Fubara, and now we are going to protect what we vote for. Those who want to cut away with the resources of River people want to remove our governor, and we said no. What is the offense of His Excellency our governor? Because all of us voted for him. Up to now, nobody has given an answer to that. People want to hold the resources that belongs to all of us. Once we lost touch with the people, we are finished. This time around, maybe family and friends again. If we want this state to move forward, maybe stop impunity.
On the spot, leader of Rumokoro Ward 7 Same Movement, Ozuru Wanwan, said their support for the Fubara administration is driven by the need to address the long-standing underdevelopment in Rumokoro Ward 7.
The reason why we decided to support His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, Siminaye Fubara, is because the past administration deceived us so much, and we decided not to follow the leadership again. No one single political appointment in Ward 7. Ordinary head of cleaner, Ward 7 have not gotten before in the history of Rivers State. And by the grace of God, Ward 7 decided to be simplified for good things to enter Ward 7. Our governor, Siminaye Fubara, have a listening ear. With him, Ward 7, we have those things we have been looking for all these years.
Also, special advisor to the governor on power, Solomon Abel, thanked the people of Rumokoro Ward 7 for their steadfastness in the administration of Governor Siminaye Fubara. He assured them that their effort would not be taken for granted. Correspondent Mekwotka reports that the event had in attendance chiefs, stakeholders, women, Muslim community, among other dignitaries. Still to come, baby found dead in campus in River State. Stay with us.
This Not Fifth, coming to you from the season movie.
Patriotic Renewed Hope agenda made up of PDP and APC supporters in Ward 13, Ahoda East local government area, has condemned the recent statement by one of their sons, whom they say is a major beneficiary of former Governor Nyesom Wike's administration in River State. A statement signed by the leader of the group, Chisa Oboka, called on their son to recall his early political journey and how the former governor stood by him amid all odds, from being the deputy speaker to the Speaker of the House of Assembly. The statement also called on the leadership of the PD to suspend him for his comment against the acting PDP chairman Aaron Chukwuemeka to serve as a deterrent to others. Mr. Walker urged the former governor, now FCT minister, to ignore noisemakers and focus on his responsibility. It urges all Ebe's sons and daughters to unite in supporting the FCT minister in all his endeavors. The statement also called on Governor Fubara to be mindful of characters who want to take advantage of crisis and sow discord between him and his predecessor, thereby undermining his leadership. Rivers Unity Alliance, an affiliate of a coalition of human rights groups, has criticized the recent involvement of the Rivers State Ministry of Youth in the local government youth leadership elections. The group, in a statement by its Secretary General Ayanate West, said such interference is unwarranted and disruptive, noting that for over the years, the supervision of youth leadership elections within local government areas has been efficiently managed by the local government authorities under the supervision of relevant security agencies such as the Department of State Services, DSS, and the police. The statement urged the Rivers State Commissioner for Youth to respect the autonomy of the local government authorities and allow them to conduct elections in accordance with established procedures. The group also said that it will closely monitor the developments to ensure that the right things are done. Meanwhile, the paramount ruler of Mbodo community in Alo Clan, Ikwere local government area of Rivers State, Meshach Honda, and his chiefs in council have thwarted the dissolution of the Benes Nwobunwa-led executives of the Oganihu Youth Council by the Rivers State Ministry of Youth Development. At a media briefing, Eze Ohonda said the imposition of youth leadership by the Commissioner for Youth, Chisom Bali, is against the traditions of Mbodo people and capable of causing crisis in the community.
There have been never a time the government choose who will be our youth leader in our community. Our period government to introduce a project that our leader is a strange thing to us, and we don't want that to become our tradition. We will want someone to become our youth leader in the government. I don't think the first people have not faced that are still on what they should cause trouble in the community.
As part of the CC chair of Mbodo, Wali Senate is in total support of the Network-led executives.
Regarding our culture and tradition, there is a way we handle our issue. It has never happened in our community that government, for whatever reason, will impose leadership on the community, either from the youth body, which is the age grade, or the council, which is the Mbodo Development Council, or the elders in chiefs and paramount ruler. There is an existing youth body. We don't have any issue. Mbodo, to be precise, is peaceful. The community is in 100% support of the existing leadership of the Mbodo Oganihu Youths, which is led by Bennett Wabunwa.
Moving on, the Executive Director of Wales Trust Foundation, WTF, Aaron Ayawa, says a youth-driven reform will reposition the politics of Nigeria for the good of all. Mr. Ayawa spoke to newsmen during the South-South Youth Forum on Electoral Reform event funded by the National Democratic Institute, NDI, with support from the National Endowment for Democracy, NED, in Port Harcourt.
Reform is always necessary. We have reform since we got back to democracy, one in 2002, then 2006, 2010. The difference with this reform is that it's youth-driven. It's almost 90% youth-driven. And we think that the youth has a lot to offer. We saw their participation in the last election that it was more of a movement. So the youth has a lot in stock to say. So this platform takes the oxygen for them to talk to be at the front of the right in Nigeria. This is creating that movement for them.
During the event, young people from the 6 South-South states in Nigeria, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Cross River, Delta, Edo, and Rivers, under the South-South Youth Electoral Reform Initiative, called on the National Assembly to create platforms to engage young people in Nigeria contribute to the ongoing electoral reform process. State Coordinator Rivers Electoral Youth Reform Unit comes on that.
The electoral is the reason why women even pay the election. The pressure was strategy used to sway many women from taking part. Going to tell them not to come out, that if you come out, anything you see, just take it. So that was a major disenfranchisement for women voters. I know our security agencies are deployed during the election. They shouldn't just be functional during the election. They should be functional pre, during, and post-election.
Also, a special assistant to Akwa Ibom State Governor and advocate for persons living with disabilities, Nene Basi, who lives with albinism, spoke alongside ADP party's Goodluck Azuwena.
Persons on wheelchair could not access the ballot papers. We are seeking for electoral reform. So most of these reforms should not be made without persons with disabilities in the fore. Nothing about us without us, according to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities.
The very first reform should be the compulsory implementation of already existing reforms. We've had several reforms, but we've had an implementation problem. We need to build systems and laws that are foolproof beyond human interference. And INEC, should be held accountable for their actions where need be. Just like you use your ATM cards, people should be able to vote wherever they are. Use your names to verify them and all that.
The South-South Youth Electoral Reforms Initiative, coordinated by the WTF with support from the NDI and the NAD, aims to build youth consensus on priority electoral reform recommendations that can improve the electoral process if implemented. In other news, a premature baby was found dead in front of a female hostel at the Ignatius Ajuru University of Education in River State over the weekend. Students told our correspondent that the baby, who looked between 6 and 8 months premature, was dumped at the Rumolomeni campus of the university. They believe the mother is a student.
I woke up in the morning and I was hearing noises everywhere, and then I rushed out only for me to see Kadrin, and looking at a hole, I saw a forming baby of about 6 months inside the hole with blood all over and then placenta. The person who did that removed that baby this Saturday morning.
A lady from the hostel dumped a baby around Ignatius Salvation Hostel. The baby haven't really formed. It looks like a 7-month-old baby. That baby looks like where they dropped this morning, because baby has a fresh blood on its body.
The child that was dumped was kind of like fresh, like something that was not done a long time ago, because the blood on the child was looking fresh from what I saw.
Some other students also said harsh economic realities may have led the mother to abandon her preterm baby. On a spot, the SUG president Moses Athanasius Wara, while confirming the death of the baby, said the school is investigating the incident. On the international scene, at least 15 people have been killed and 2 others injured following an attack on a Catholic church in northeastern Burkina Faso on Sunday. And that's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The NLC is alleging disruption plot as more groups pull out of tomorrow's protest. A baby was found dead at the Ignatius Ajuru University in River State, and on the foreign scene, Burkina Faso Catholic Church attack claims lives. The news was edited by Chioma Ezinwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifichuku Moyili. Many thanks for listening.